Neuropract, an intellectual and artificially intelligent chatbot capable of detecting and even reversing mental illnesses. At the same time, understanding human emotions and help them cope up throughout the day.
Problem: 450 million people suffer from mental illness, still counting. People hesitant of visiting therapists as they think they will be judged. Artificial intelligence chatbots are expensive and unheard of in the market.
So, now the problem statistically. There's a graph on the right to help you with knowing at what age are people prone to mental illnesses. Depression is most evident in people who are 12 to 17 years old. This is usually due to school work pressure. This is 6% of all teenagers. Secondly, anxiety is the most common of all mental disorders in the world, as stated by WHO, and affects 1 in 13 people, or 7.3%. Behavior disorders are most prevalent in kids who are 6 to 11 years old. Lastly, the COVID-19 pandemic or coronavirus pandemic has affected our positivity, mood stability, adaptability, and life satisfaction. The solution: Neuropract is an artificially intelligent chatbot that can help prevent humiliation and even responds kindly just like a human. And in doing so, diagnose problems without going to the psychologist, which prevents being judged. Assist people by helping them with panic attacks or thoughts of suicide. Neuropract has a 97% success rate of stopping suicidal thoughts. Reverse mental illnesses by using Neuropract AI. Neuropract offers therapies, exercise, meditation, and a good diet that can reverse mental illnesses. So there's a mock-up shown over here. On the left, it is Neuropract AI, which is in beta testing mode. So I'm writing a few things down for Neuropract, and Neuropract is trying to diagnose my problem. In the middle, there's emotional ID, which detects the emotion I'm feeling at that moment. So it says I'm 89% happy and 11% neutral. And lastly, on the right, you can see the forum. This is where people can help each other, ask for help. So when an individual helps another person, they get a badge and in-app money that entitles them to custom-made resources from Neuropract.
Product overview. Neuropract. Neuropract artificial intelligence uses machine learning and artificial intelligence to comprehend human data and respond back to them. It diagnoses the mental issue and subsequently gives back different therapies specifically to calm down and help the person with that problem.
Neuropract uses NLP, AIML, Java, JSON, ML, neural networks, and Python. These are the programming languages used in Neuropract and gives healthy diets, exercises, remedies for the illness.
This feature is also used to pair a patient with a therapist using pair artificial intelligence for doubts or therapy.
Neuropract gives therapies for anxiety, depression, PTSD, and behavior disorders. It also has a 97% success rate in detecting emergency situations.
Emotional ID. Emotional ID uses machine learning to understand human emotions. This feature lets the user scan their face and will show what emotion you're feeling at that moment. Your face has to be totally neutral.
We have a database of 20,000 plus pictures of various emotions to train our machine learning AI. Therefore, it gives a 94% success rate in detecting what emotion you're feeling at that moment. We want to improve this database and turn it into a million plus images.
Forum. This is a place where users can get help and share their experiences. They can ask for help from other users. If a user gives help to another person, they get in app money and badge that can buy them special merchandise and custom made resources. Competitors. All companies in this grid are existing apps. Let's talk about human therapy platforms first. Zencare and TikTok 2 are affordable programs, whereas BetterHelp, Joyful, and Talkspace are expensive. These make you talk to a therapist person to person over the phone or a video call. Now, Let's talk about artificial intelligence-based application. Neuropract and X2AI are affordable artificial intelligence-based applications, while Visa and Wobot are expensive applications, having less features. Major advantages of Neuropract are covered in the next slide.
Competitive advantages of Neuropract. So I've divided them into 5 heads: AI chatbot, emotional ID, emotional tracking, additional chatbots, and a therapist. So Neuropract has a feature of AI chatbot, emotional ID, emotional tracking, additional chatbots, and a therapist. So all the features. Whereas X2AI only has an AI chatbot and none of the other features. Now, Visa. Visa does have an AI chatbot, no emotional ID, emotional tracking, or any additional chatbots, but you do get a therapist for additional cost. Wobot has the same features as X2AI and only gives an AI chatbot and none of the other features. So WHO states that 1 out of 4 people will be affected by mental illnesses at some point in their life. So we did an interview which shows that 84% people feel safer talking to an AI chatbot instead of a psychologist because they think the psychologist will judge them. That's why they're hesitant to go and share their symptoms. So the TAM, total available market, we think it is 2 billion plus because, as we said before, 1 out of 4 people will be diagnosed by a mental illness. So the 2 billion is people who will or are affected by mental illnesses at some point in their life. Next, we have the SAM, the serviceable addressable market. So we think we can get 580 million. So these are the people with mental illnesses or undiagnosed depression. Depression can usually go undiagnosed. And finally, the SOM, serviceable obtainable market. We think we can obtain 87 million people, which is 15% of the SAM or 15% of market share.
Here are our pricing plans. The basic plan gives Neuropract artificial intelligence chatbot with ads. The Prime plan gives Neuropract artificial intelligence chatbot emotional tracking, which is basically emoji mode tracking or forum page and also removes the ads. The Premium plan gives Neuropract artificial intelligence chatbot additional chatbots, emotional ID, blog, and access to a therapist at an additional cost.
You can see the pricing plans listed on the slide. Now, the revenue model. So the share of the market, the SOM, is 87 million people. The cost per person, which is also the average fee. So 1/3 of the people use basic, prime, and premium, which adds up to 87 million. And 1/16 people use a therapist, which is 5.5 million. So due to ad revenue, we earn $5.5 even though basic is free. Prime is $10 per person and premium is $15, and both are subscription based. For a therapist, we take 16% commission, which is an optional service. So finally, we get a revenue of $990 million in a 3 to 4 year span. So from 2021, next year, to 2024. Market strategy. We want to advertise through Facebook, YouTube, Google, and Instagram. Facebook and YouTube will be our main platforms, whereas Google and Instagram will be our secondary platform. Now the partnerships. We want to partner with neurological hospitals where they diagnose people with mental illnesses. The partnerships with the hospital are mentioned on the slide. So the best way to give back the money we earn is by community service. So we want to give 10% of all our revenue back to the Parkinson's Foundation Research Fund, our team. I'm Aryan Dua, the CEO and CTO and the founder of Neuropract.
And I'm Parul Nair, the COO and Design Officer of Neuropract.
I have been coding Neuropract AI and ML for 1 year now. It's been a 1-year process to bring it into beta testing mode. Thank you for listening to us. Do you have any questions? You can mail us at duaaryan07@gmail.com. You can also visit our website neuropract.com.
Thank you.